Hey guys, it's Connor here, and in this video we're doing another weekly guide and to-do list for The War Within. The first thing going on this week is it is the beginning of the World of Warcraft Remix Legion, which brings you all the questing, the new items, mechanics, unique rewards, and a bunch of stuff to collect. I'll make a video on this individually after this, but I just want to let you know that this is a big part of the game for the next 103 days. Because it's reset day, you'll make your way to the Great Vault, which you will open. And if you did any Mythic plus 10 keystone dungeons, you should have myth items in your lanes over here. I was hoping to get another tier piece, but it looks like they're giving me trinkets again and a staff, which might actually be decent. This week is also the beginning of Turbo Boost, the first phase of it at least. So you can see here the myth track items, instead of going up to 6, they go up to 8, which means you can upgrade it 8 times. So that means any gear that you had previously that is at 723 eye level, you can upgrade this another 2 times. This will push your mythic items up until 730 eye levels, so an increase of 7 eye levels. There's also an upgrade to the crafted gear. So crafted gear, even though you currently have them at 720, there's a way to boost this to 727. This will require you to recraft the crafted item. This will require you to go to this NPC located over here. You'll see Cyanide, you speak with them. Inside their shop, they're gonna have a new item here called the Gilded Starlight Matrix. It's gonna cost you 30 Gilded Ethereal Crests. Now, currently, you're still capped on how many crests you can get per week, but I think in like about 2 or 3 weeks, the cap is gonna be gone and you can collect as many of these as you like. But right now, you'll have to be picky, and what this item does is it adds an extra 7 eye levels to the crafted item. And the way this works is if you go to the crafting order NPC, who's just next to Cyanide, you'll see here there is a start recrafting order. You select this, you select the item you want to recraft. You won't need to add a new spark of starlight, but you will have to collect the other items, the resources to craft the item. The main thing you're going to want to do here is use this augment beyond option, and you're going to select this, and you're going to select the Gilded Starlight Matrix that you can buy from that vendor. That's going to increase the item level of this item by 7. So when you have this, you select that. Now you'll have to do this as a guild order or a personal order, and you'll set the minimum quality to the maximum amount, and you get somebody to recraft your item for you with this Gilded Starlight Matrix so that you can get the extra 7 eye levels. This is so that you can push your 720 crafted items over here all the way to 727, and that's 5 pieces of gear for me already. I believe on October 21st is when the actual vendor is coming where you can purchase specific gear from Mythic Plus dungeons and the raids as long as you've defeated in the same difficulty. So you're going to want to try do Mythic dungeons in plus 12s if you want to buy any gear from there. And if you want myth items from the raid, well, you're going to have to defeat those bosses in Mythic difficulty. This is also a new week for a catalyst located over here in Dornigal. You can pick up your new catalyst, or well, not pick it up, but it's going to be here. Essentially, you're going to use this to change your gear into set piece from the raid. You should have an extra ethereal void splinter this week. I've been saving mine up so that I can upgrade my shoulders, my helmet, or my gloves once I get them in mythic quality from my vault, which is never, because I keep getting trinkets and rings. If you check your calendars, Brewfest is ending tomorrow on Thursday the 9th. This will be your last chance to get the Brewfest Bomber mount, which I got like the other day, 2 days ago. Really cool. And this, of course, is by going to your group finder, selecting the Corrin Direbrew instance here, and doing this once per day on any character. It doesn't matter. You only get 1 chance at the mount. The next time you can get this mount is only next year. So good luck. Hope you guys get it. Speaking about the calendar events, there's also the Great Gnomeregan Run, which is going to occur on Saturday the 11th, and Darkmoon Fair is ending on the Saturday as well. In terms of normal gear acquisition, nothing is really changing. You're still going to want to do Mythic Dungeons in at least Keystone level 10 so that you can get that Mythic item in your vault each week. Doing 8 of them per week is perfect, but if you're only able to do 1, that is fine too. That just means you're gambling on only 1 slot instead of 3. In terms of delves, you're going to want to do tier 11 delves, at least 3 of them per week for the 3 gilded stashes. This is to get 7 gilded crests for each time you do it. It's pretty quick, it's pretty easy. And if you're not doing Mythic Plus dungeons, this is a great way to get these gilded crests. You'll get another 10 gilded crests for completing the Delver's Bounty map while doing a tier 11 dungeon, which also awards you a heroic item. When you complete your first delve of the day, doesn't matter what difficulty, you'll get the Archaic Cipher Key item. This is going to give you a quest for Delver's Journey Progress. This is the Key to Success quest, and when you hand this one in Dornigal, it will allow you to progress your journey, and I just ended up completing it now. And if you do this before the end of the season, you will get the Journey's End Season 3 achievement that I just achieved for making it across this entire track. It goes a lot quicker if you play with ults. I typically don't. I'm actually really bad with that. I just like my monk too much, which unlocks a few things you can buy from Reno Jackson over here. It's a big week for raiders with another 3% increase. This is because when you push your Manaforge Vandals Renown to Renown 10, the reward for Renown 10 is going to give you behind enemy lines 3, which is an increase to your damage and healing by 9% in total. There's also a speed buff for when you're out of combat in the raid. The next activities I've showcased many times in previous videos, but I'm going to go over it quickly. This is for getting Koresh Trust Renown. So if your reputation with the Koresh Trust is not already at Renown 20, you might want to do these activities. Of course, the biggest and easiest upgrade to get to the Renown is located in Dornagal from one of the weekly quests from Beergoth over here by the stairs. This is a weekly quest to do a dungeon. Doesn't matter the difficulty you do it in. It could be follower mode. This week it's going to be Ecodome Eldani. And this will award you 1,500 Koresh Trust if you select this as the reward when you hand in the quest. So make sure you do that if you're pushing the Renown. So starting in Koresh, you're going to want to start in Tazavesh region. You should see there's 2 quests that you can pick up over here at this location. This will be the weekly warrant quest that changes every single week. Doing this whole quest chain and killing the rare will award you with, I believe, 300 Renown. There's also the quest from Constable Zoardes, which will give you another 300 Renown for completing activities while phase diving. So while you're in phase diving, just do the world quests and, pick up treasure chests in phase diving. There's also a bonus to world quests this week that give you bonus reputation with the appropriate faction. Normally you get 50 reputation with the Koresh Trust for doing world quests, so this is a good week to do all of the world quests because I think it's going to give you a bit more, probably around 75 or something. And in this case, you also specifically want to do the world boss Reshinor because he drops 150 reputation as well. But since this is a world quest, I wonder if that gets boosted too, probably. You'll also want to do the ecological succession over here for the Wriggling Pinnacle Cache. This is a great source of renown for the Renown track. And that is because the quest NPCs over here, there will be 3 of these quests that will award you with 300 Koresh Trust. So you can get 900 Trust for doing 3 of the specific quests. And doing 5 of them will complete the Help the Oasis progress bar over here for the ecological succession, giving you the chest, which I'm still trying to get the mount from. And of course, as usual, I did not get the Curious Slateback mount. Sag. In terms of the PvP quests located over here in Dornagal, you'll pick up the quest from here. The first quest is for obtaining honor in epic battlegrounds. The second quest is for obtaining honor in rated arenas while in a party, a little bit more tricky to pull off. And the Sparks of War quest is in the Isle of Dorn while in war mode. Now, I'm not going to be around next week, so next week's video will not be made, unfortunately, but most of the activities are pretty much the same week to week at this point. So if you're ever lost, you can check out the link in the description or the pinned comment for previous weeks to see how we got to this location and how we unlocked everything along the way, including all the mounts. I hope you have a fantastic time playing Legion, and I'll see you soon.